Hi there guys, just trying to share a little bit of this build with you guys. I finished this thing about, I don't know, probably three weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, and just decided to just go ahead and share it with you guys. It's the newest Revell kit, 70 Plymouth Hemi Cuda. I'm sure you guys have seen it out in the stores already. I mean, this thing was hitting, as soon as it hit the shelves, it was just disappearing from the shelves. So it's kind of nice to have it, you know, and build it. I've always liked the Cudas, so I was actually waiting for someone to finally do. It's not 100% correct. There's still a couple of things that are wrong with the body lines on this car, but you know, it's the best one they've done so far. You know, there's a lot of issues. You go on the internet, or if you get together with some of the modeling guys, especially the picky ones, you're gonna find out that they're saying that, you know, it's a little bit too tall from the bottom to the top. It might be a little bit too wide from the top, and the rear lights are wrong, and this and that are wrong. I just wanted to have a little bit of fun with the kit, and kind of, you know, just have a little bit of fun with it. And I'm happy with the results. I mean, it's not 100% correct, but again, you know, I had a little bit of fun. One of the first things that I wanted to do was, you know, do the vinyl top on it. And one of the main reasons I wanted to do not only the vinyl top but also paint it in black was to kind of I don't know if you guys know, black makes everything look a little bit skinnier, like, you know, like in fashion. When a woman wears black clothing, you know, she believes she looks a little bit skinnier because the black actually makes you look skinnier. So I tried making the same thing with the model at hand here, and I thought it was a good decision. I think it looks great in black, and especially with, you know, with the black vinyl top and the black interior. I thought it just, I don't know, I kind of decided on that, and I thought I'm happy with the decision. Let me take a little bit of dust out of this thing. I mean, this thing collects so much dust. That's the only bad thing about this black paint. But anyway, I went ahead and, of course, purchased some of this Plastruct to simulate, you know, the molding around the whole windows, plus the 2 strips that go on the top of the roof. I think this is the best size for that. I don't know if you guys can see that there. This is the best. I think it's the best size that you can choose for this, because you have to remember, you have to get something pretty thin, because by the time you add the primer and the colors and all the color code and all that, plus the bare metal foil, you know, you have to account for all of that. So you have to make sure you keep those mold lines, the molding very thin. So I decided to just go ahead and do that. I painted the top with Model Master gloss black, because as you guys well know, the gloss colors from testers, when you shoot them, the texture is pretty rough, a lot of orange peel on that, but that's what you're actually going for when you want to do a vinyl top. So what I did is that once the vinyl top dried, or the of course after taping or masking the whole body, once it dried, I slightly sanded it, just because it's not supposed to be you know, the vinyl top look is not supposed to look grainy. It's supposed to look flat, but yet you're supposed to see that it's textured. So what I did was just you know, sanded it off a little bit. After it was dry and after I sanded it, I went ahead and shot a Flocal Engine Black. It's just I think Polyscale also makes that in a water-based paint, and just shot the color on it, because you have to remember that this is a different shade of black than the body, and though the body has a gloss black on it, this is still a different shade of black. So I kind of wanted to get a little bit of a different feel and color on it. It's still black, but it's slightly different black. And then I just went ahead and, you know, from afar, of course I shot the actual color coat first from afar to get the grainy look, sanded it, then finished off with the color, the Flocal engine black, and then I decanted some of the clear through my airbrush and shot at least 2 coats just to give it a slight sheen. See, it's a little bit of a sheen on it. You don't want it to be too flat either. You know, vinyl tops, a lot of people used Armor All on them and some other things on it to make them shine a little bit. So you don't really want it very, very flat. I went ahead, I had some Mrc rims, really nice rims from Mrc that I decided to use for my build, because as you guys well know, a lot of these Chryslers and Mopars had the keystones, and I thought they looked great on the car. I mean, I think they look phenomenal on there. I thought it was a good choice. And I also went with the AMT. I know you guys have seen them out there. Custom and Competition Goodyear Polyglass GT tires. They come in 2 different sizes. You have the bigs and the littles. These are slightly bigger, of course, but the correct ones are the ones that I put on the model, which I think it's the F60-15s Polyglass. But these are the correct ones. I was originally going to use these. These are really nice, man, but they were just a little too big. Fireball Model Works makes these in resin, and they have some really, really nice tires, resin tires on their site. And I thought they were gorgeous, man. After I painted them, you know what I like about them is that since you have the white resin, once you paint them, you start sanding them down and you expose the white lettering, and look at how nice that comes out, simply because you're exposing the actual, you know, the actual resin, which is usually, it's very hard to usually, you know, paint these white letters, you know. I think this is the best way to do this. I thought they came out beautiful, but I thought they were too big. Of course, like I said, and I decided to just go ahead and use the AMT ones, and I thought they just look beautiful. As you can see, they look more correct. See, they looked a lot more correct. See how big this tire is? See, that would have been a little too big right there. If you look at that, that's a little too big. But, you know, I kind of regret I couldn't use these. But, you know, I still say it turned out pretty good. I can't complain. The rear looks pretty nice. I went ahead and put one of those model car garage, I think it is, model car garage license plates. They usually give them to you when you go to the shows. And I used the Puerto Rico license plate. Let me see if I can get that a little bit closer so you guys can see it somehow. Okay. The color itself is just flat. I started with after adding my primer and working with the body and getting all the body lines, making sure that everything was nice and and straight. I went ahead and just used flat black from This is just flat black from Testers, and the clear coat is just the wet look clear from Testers lacquer. That's all it is. It's just flat black on the base. With the clear. I like to use the flat colors for my bases because not only do they lay down a lot better, they lay down a lot smoother, and they keep all the little details on the body. A lot of times you want to do that, and when you start using these especially the enamels, I mean, by the time you're done, man, all the details are just, you know, are gone. So, you know, this is of course wet sanded, polished, waxed, and all that stuff. I was originally going to get me a model car garage detail set for the Cuda, but I just wanted to build the car. I'm planning on building another one and really going all out on it. I just didn't have the time. I was doing a couple of other things in between this project, but for the next time, I'm definitely going to get one of these detail sets. because I mean this is a decal, and you can see, you can't even notice that thing in there too good. I thought I was kind of disappointed not choosing to do that, but I'm not gonna complain too much. I still like, you know, the way it came out. Of course, I used the hood pins on this thing. Let me take this thing off. The engine is very. I still have to paint the bottom of the hood there. I still got to do a couple of touches to it. The engine is very nice. I plumbed and wired the whole thing, but this thing is like right in the way here, so it's not much that you can see. But it's plumbed, it's wired. I even added, you know, the fuel lines that go on the engine on the side here with the little gas filters and everything. And of course, I added the hood pins and everything. This is not very flexible. This is something that I'm gonna have to work. Hopefully, I can get something that'll work so that I can actually use the pins going into the hood, because they do fit right through the little needle. There's a little eye in there that these things actually do fit. But this wire is not very flexible. I can still change that a little bit later, so I'm not too concerned about that. That's the front, of course. You got to remember to add the little red line right in the middle of the grill. This is one of the things that the real Plymouths had, the real Cudas had. This is the bottom. I mean, it's pretty nice. Like I said, it's a very nice complete model. I did a couple of shades of black in here, and of metal also, to kind of give it a little bit of a contrast. You know, the mufflers are one color, the pipes are another, the transmission is another with a little bit of a black wash on it. And like I said, you know, I thought it was a beautiful model. I'm very pleased with the way that it came out. And again, it's still a couple of things wrong with it, you know, with the lines, but hey, I think it looks pretty good. So hopefully you guys like it. You have an option on the kit for these stripes. There's a red one, a white one, and a silver one. This one is the silver. It looks white, but it's actually the silver one. I was gonna go with red originally, but one of my boys said that he was gonna do his in black, and he wanted to use the red decal. So I was kind of, you know, let me go ahead and do mine silver, to do something a little bit different, and let him enjoy, you know, whatever he's doing on the other side. It's one of my very good friends out there in the model world. And so, you know, I hope you guys liked the video. I think my wife just came in, so I know she's gonna be coming down here and disturbing me doing this thing. So, you know, let's hope that you guys like the video, and I will be catching up with you again at some time. All right, thank you for watching. Let me just give it a few turns here so you guys can see a little bit of the whole model here. Thanks again, guys. Really appreciate your time.